So, welcome back to a SPY update video today. Long ago, the last one. Okay. As always, I am using this here. I made a standalone video for the explanation. I will link it at the end of this video. So, let's jump into SPY today. And we got the move we were waiting for since 2 weeks. It felt like eternity. Okay. Still not taking credit for it. I will the normal tracking is starting after this move is finished. Again, bullish and a bearish version, but I lean more to the bullish version right now. So for the bullish version, this here, this whole thing, since Friday the 5th December was just our pullback of B. Perfect. What did we do today? So first of all, we broke our last high, which was already bullish. If we would have stopped here, that would have meant that this whole thing could have been just a lower high. Gladly, we broke all-time highs too. That means it can't be lower high right now. So in this case, in my opinion, this right now is B pullback finished. We are on the way to C. And we need a breakout retest, because our next landmarks, our little C, is middle A. And the A pullback is a 0.5 pullback. And we don't want to break under this wedge again. So for the bullish version, we take the low here and look how high it could go for not breaking the wedge for the pullback. And that would mean we have to go to 706. Blop. Then L, M, T, maybe even doing just a knife. This is our breakout retest. This is our A pullback. And after that, we would go even higher for B. Time-wise, I mean, this is not just tinfoil, but we did this spring now for 2 weeks. And now the whole pressure which was building up here is released. Maybe, really just maybe, we're getting this move till Friday. Just saying. How much would that be? Nearly 3% in 2 days. Is possible. Do we have data? No data. So, why not? If not, yeah, next week-ish. So, what could this confirm that? Let's look at VIX. So, I showed yesterday that we still need the C. Well, we clearly not. So for this case, just a tiny tracking, this was your T. This has to be your C. This has to be your B, and this has to be your A. And somewhere in here is your high low. But doesn't matter right now. The thing is, we still didn't gap fill. There's still room. I know it's only 2%, but you have to imagine one thing. This doesn't mean for the bullish version that we have to bounce here. Just saying. Because if we're doing the blow off top now, we could easily just do a new low. In that case, I would say this today was our T. It would also make more sense because this tiny T, So for the bullish version, this was your T. And that means you still have to do a new low. So perfect. Perfect for a new run on SPY. Let's look at Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, nothing really changed. This was your T, V, higher low. This was your A. This is just the A pullback. Here was your bounce for the A pullback. And for the tiny tracking, this was just a higher low. This was little a. You still have to do B. And then you still have to go to your B at 107. So also it's working. The next thing, Tesla. For Tesla, I still have two versions for this. Because if you look here, for my tracking, we still are looking for big B. I'm not saying it's up here. Yeah, it's just, it could also be here. Yeah. This is just micro tracking, but for micro tracking, we were tracking for B pullback. And with this today, I really get behind it. This was your B pullback, higher low, and we just go. There's only one alternative still, that if you go up here, but you're not breaking 479, then this would be your lower high. In that case, I mean, then this whole thing would just be lower peak. That would be terrible, because that would mean you have to go lower than this, come up again, M, even lower than this, T, and that would take months. I don't think that, but if we reject up there, yeah. If we break over it, Tesla is on the run to its C, which is making sense if we tracking like we getting a big correction or a market crash early next year, because then Tesla would be in its B. Okay. For the alternative for SPY, because always have an alternative. What would be the alternative right now? Okay. For the alternative would mean this is already your C and your A, which would be a fucking tiny one. And you're doing the 0.5 pullback right now. So tomorrow and Friday and next week, and you would come back to 669. But for this, you would break into the wedge, and this would be so bearish. I just don't see that yet. And for me, it wouldn't make sense. But always have an alternative. I think we will go up now. And we waited long enough for this shit. Okay. So, if you have questions, write it in the comments. If you have wishes, also write it in the comments. And if you liked it, give me a like. Let's see if we get boom boom candles tomorrow. Yeah.